Last year, my longest run streak was just 8 days. 8 days run streak. And today is day number 80. Running every single day without fail. Guys, my name's Lee. This is Pursue Purpose. If you're new here, I'm a British soldier, and when I do upload, it's usually about running or fitness. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the 6 things that I've learnt for running for the past 80 days every single day. This is going to be raw, unedited, because let's be frank, I haven't been consistent in editing or uploading, so I thought I'm just going to press record, and if I stumble my words, who cares? And this is the view you're getting anyway whilst I walk uphill, because believe it or not, even though I do run every day, I'm not ashamed to walk hills. So the first thing, or the first point that I've learnt for running for the last 80 days straight is gratitude. Now for you new guys, I'm going to put some context on it. Last year I was diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia, which is being dubbed the suicide disease. Essentially, my brain sends wrong signals to my face, sending electric shocks right up through my face. And just as it happens, if I was editing this, then I would edit this card out, but I'm not going to. So we'll wait for it to pass. Yeah, so back end of 2020, I started developing this pain, and then I was diagnosed in February with trigeminal neuralgia. Now what ensued last year was months and months. So until November just gone, I was suffering about 10 attacks a day. So that means there wasn't any respite. I couldn't really do nothing. I couldn't stay consistent. I tried setting myself goals and putting races in, but I was never really fully prepared. But yeah, I've been pain free now since November the 11th, and I suppose this is an update for you guys in regards to work. So I've been off work from the army, sick on leave, or sick at home, sorry, for over a year now, and on Friday the nurse extended it again for another 6 months. So that's up until 17th of September. So that'll be 18 months. And that only happens in very small, significant cases. The reason for this is I could have gone to med board. So for you guys not in the military, I could have been pushed to a medical board which would have discharged me from the army because of my condition, because of my medication. Last year, the back end of last year, I could have accepted a medical board and I could have been out the army now. But I fought it back because I've been pain free. Yes, the medication still has somewhat of an effect on me in regards to I'm on 1,000 milligrams, or I was on 1,000 milligrams of carbamazepine. I've now lowered that to 600. And what that does essentially is turns me into a zombie, and I am getting better with it, but I don't want to be on medication for the rest of my life. And it's a dilemma, because you can go into like a remission in regards to this illness. So I don't know if I'm in remission, if I'm still taking the tablets. So I'm in a catch-22, and with London, the hospital binning me off on the morning of, I have to wait until April the 23rd to see the brain surgeon or the neurosurgeon specialist to see if I can come off the medication, because last time I tried it, I went cold turkey and it was not good. Anyway, enough babbling about trigeminal neuralgia. Updates on returning to work. So I've applied for what's called a gradual return to work program. Yes, I won't be able to do what I used to do in regards to infantry soldiering, in regards to the medication and deployment and stuff like that, but I can be utilised elsewhere. I've still got a good key stack, I've still got skills that can be utilised, and I can still add value. So what I've pushed for is to return to work back in the recruiting sector, something that isn't going to put my face at risk, and if it does, then I can manage it easy. I'm not in the field, I'm not under intense circumstances. If I need to take a breather, then I can. So the thing is with this, I applied for this probably the same time my attacks just about stopped. So November. So it's been a while. And the reason for this is because they're waiting for CBR, not CBR, that's old, isn't it? What's it called? Clearance. DBS. They're waiting for DBS clearance. And they won't take me at risk until my DBS is cleared. So as soon as my DBS is cleared, your man's back in work. It's going to be weird being back in green kit, and to be honest, I am a little bit nervous about it because I've been off for so long. And yeah, anyway, first one is gratitude. So for a long time last year, I went through some dark patches in regards to the pain and not really understanding or knowing if it was going to get any better. And whilst you're in that mindset, you sort of succumb to your circumstances and you can't really see your way through. And I wasn't doing nothing, and yes, I set myself races and stuff, but there was nowhere near I was at peak performance or fitness to actually properly compete. Yes, I come fifth in one race, but that was more mentally strong than anything. So the gratitude that I have now for running for 80 days, when back last year I didn't run for over 3-4 months, is immense. Listen, the big thing, people say to me, why do I run so much? There will be a day where I won't be able to run, and if I don't run now, when that day comes, my life will be full of regret, because after all, running releases endorphins. It's medicine, it's my medicine. Although I'm on a shit ton of other medicine, running and taking in these views in the valleys is my medicine. So that's point number one. Point number two is consistency. Being a runner, an ultra runner, I'm big into coaching and mentoring. I know consistency is king. And back when I started, I'm not going to lie, back when I started the 80 days, it was difficult for me. I mean, getting out was a real chore. It'd be really, really tough, and I'd have to force myself out. And it was one of them situations where I'd have to get out, and that was the mindset that was hard to deal with. But as time went on, consistency just became king, and the mindset changed from I have to get out and do a run to, okay, when am I going to fit this run in my day? When am I going to fit it in? And yeah, I've just been consistently making those decisions, which I wasn't last year, every single day for the last 80 days. And as the sun sets here in the valleys, the Llinvi valleys in my stake, and I tackle this climb, we're going to talk about the third point, and that is the mindset. Last year, there was no hope. Look at that, as the sun sets. There was no hope. I'd lost all drive in regards to running. But running for 80 days, the mindset that I've got now, it's not going to be broken. How long will I do this? For as long as I can. And I've got friends that run for over 1,000 days. Friends that I know personally, that I've met through social media, that run over 1,000 days. And that's just inspiring me. Number 4. The fourth thing that I've learned, or for running every single day has taught me, is routine. Now, we take this for granted. In everyday life, we take routine, although some of you might not look at it, we take routine for granted. And believe you me, for somebody as physically active as me, to have my routine just boom, drop kicked, and for it to be non-existent, it's hard to take. I mean, how do you go from being somebody so active to somebody that can't drag his ass off the sofa in pain, like bring you to your knees pain? I had no routine, so this 80 days of running has given me back my routine. I know, however shit I'm feeling, or however drowsy I'm feeling, or whatever good, or whatever I am doing with the family, I know at some point in the day, sometimes it's in the morning, sometimes it's in the night, I'm going to get out and I'm going to run. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get out, and it's given me back my routine. So, fifth thing, and probably the most obvious thing, is fitness. Fitness being the key. I mean, if you're running for 80 days and you're not getting fit, then I suggest you're doing something massively wrong. And I am really testing myself in these 80 days in regards to fitness, but you guys will know when you're fit, you know you're fit. And I'm not 100%, and I'm not going to pretend I am. I'm not 100% because at the end of the day, it's only 11 weeks. I say only. It's 11 weeks, which in the grand scheme of things, when I had the whole of last year off, is a good solid block. And for those of you that are unaware of run streaks and what about the recovery, what about the rest, I'm big on that as well. And my fuck it days, as me and Owen talked about on the podcast, are 1 kilometre. So when I've had a day where I've been too much of a zombie on a medication, or I've been too busy with family, then I will always squeeze a 1k dog jogging. And Coco loves it. She knows when I put my certain running shoes on and it's late at night, she knows we're going for a dog jog so I can get my 1k in. And for me, my heart rate doesn't really go anywhere, and 1 kilometre is over in 5.5, 6 minutes usually when it's a recovery day. And I have had probably in those 80 days, I'd have to count exactly, probably about 10 to 15 maybe of those days where I'd just gone, I'm only doing a K. And I definitely going to continue it. And the last thing, running 80 days, every single day, without fail, has taught me is this. This, in a nutshell, as my good mate said to me last week, you get one life, you don't get a rehearsal. So it's taught me to make the most of things and just get out there. It's taught me that no matter what, deer, I'm usually shit with pointing, but there's a deer. It's taught me no matter what situation you're in, if you want something, go fucking grab it, because it's not going to come to you. And if you're waiting for the right time to change, I'll start Monday, whether it's a diet or a new job or a new relationship, if you're waiting for the right time to come, it ain't ever going to come. The right time is now. If you want to make a change, make that change now. I'm so glad 80 days ago I decided that then was the point. The back end of last year, December the 29th, was the point where I was like, no more. No more. I am going to fucking grab everything with two hands, and I'm just going to go for it. And whilst I'm going to be on track to get my career back, I am building a coaching business where I want to help you guys reach your goals, reach your potential. Because ultimately, if you're comfortable in life, or if you've got dreams, it's only a dream without a plan. And if you haven't got a plan to attack that, you'll always be in the same place. Long, unedited version, 70-minute walk in my long run, but who cares? Just coming up point to point now in the valleys. Still about 5 more k of climbing. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, but to be honest, I think I'm going to do more of these unedited, off the cuff vlogs where I just chat. We just chat about different things. Anyway guys, if you are still here 17 minutes in, cheers. First of all, thanks. And yeah, I am good. I haven't had a attack since November. I'm waiting now to return back to the British Army, which is good. And if you check out www.pursuepurpose.co.uk, my website is there. It's not complete yet, but it's not far off. Hit us up, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I'm going to get this run in the bag. Remember, every day's a chance to be better.